Hello, friends. My name is Elena Vartanova, and I'm glad to present you my course, Public Communications and Public Relations. Our first topic is public communication in the bunny world, and we will talk about the essence of public communications, the role of public communications in the bunny world, and about the types of communications. So, what is bunny world? When Henry Ford invented the assembly line, his workers panicked about the possible job losses. And since then, many professions actually died out as a result of scientific and technological progress. But people found a new occupation. Therefore, we must be flexible enough because we live in bunny world, from the word brittle, anxious, non-linear, and incomprehensible. The author of Idea of Bunny World belongs the American futurologist Jamais Kashir, who predicted the emergence of the bunny world a few years before the coronavirus pandemic. He called a new reality complex, chaotic, and lacking a clear structure. This is a world in which everything is constantly changing, the motto of which is the principle, change or die. The reality of bunny world is like a fog, and the fog, it's impossible to follow everything. It's difficult to see even something. So in this world, any supports disappear, and you have to act by touch. So bunny world is our new reality, and how to achieve success in a brittle, anxious, non-linear, incomprehensible bunny world, to develop communications. What is communications? Actually, there are many different definitions of communication, but the simplest one is that communication is the process of intentionally transferring information from one person or group to another persons or groups. And the word communicate means to connect, transfer, or share. Communication is multi-phased concept, and it can also be considered as language interaction or ability to persuade using symbol and signs, a constant process of information transfer, thanks to which information circulation with and between certain social system, and the process of information exchange between subjects of a certain sphere of each activity in order to ensure influence on each other. Therefore, people are different from the point of view of their current social status, acquired qualities, as well as manners and social and national values. And each of these factors affects how we communicate. And we have one good news, that no one is born with great communication skills, so we can learn and develop them. What about public communications? Public communication is a form of communication in which one subject addresses a specific target audience with a specific message directly or through mass media using special communication tools. In public communication, there are subject of communication and target audience. In addition to their interaction, public communication take into account communicative noise, information and behavior result of communication, context, auditory and visual channels of message, style of speech, norms acceptable to given audience. At the same time, successful public communication combines the functions of informing and convincing, using logic and emotion, the personal charisma and of the subject of the communication, his ability to influence the audience. And look at these sentences. What is communication? We can choose multiple options. Is the communication the successful transfer of information from one person to group to another, or the process of communication with other people, so communication, and cultural defined needs for information transfer and communication? Actually, all these sentences are correct. We told then in the Barney world, we need to develop our communication skills. Why do we need communication? There are many reasons. At first, to improve interpersonal communication and business skills, for self-presentation and effective learning, to reduce the number of conflicts, to resist manipulation and develop assertiveness, for development civil society and improvement the social dialogue. We know much types of communication. At first, depending on the type of sign system used during communication, we know verbal communication is the interaction of the partners using language and words, and non-verbal communication that use all other possible system of communication except language, images, poses, gestures, facial expression, sound signals, etc. According to the method of interaction, we know immediate communication, mediated communication using technical means or other people, and formal communication within established rules. According to the form of presentation, we know oral communication and written communication. And by scale of communication, taken into account the number of subjects, we know interpersonal communication, interaction between subjects who relatively clearly identify each other by certain characteristics, group communication, the members of which are united by certain ideas, attitudes, certain phenomena and process, and mass communication within a heterogeneous, dispersed audience. And next, it's communication depending on the communication style. It's aggressive communication, passive communication, passive-aggressive communication, and assertive communication. And we need to know that assertive communication, it's the ecological style of communication. If we talk about communication effectiveness and factors affecting of the communication effectiveness, we need to know that communication effectiveness is very important for the development of our business competence. The communication effectiveness is influenced by individual factors related to the personal qualities of the participant of communication, their goals, values, motives, communication skills, which determine the success of our communication, affects or the achievement of goals of communication, and as well as the reduction of communication barriers. And individual factors of communication effectiveness are increasing the communicative competence of partners, choosing a relevant communication channels, similar attitudes, intentions, knowledge, and values of communication participants. So that's all for today. In the next slide, you can see the useful literature to develop your communication skills. And next time, we will talk about the communication process. So thank you for your attention and see you later. Bye.